You guys might have heard Bronny and Zaire, the sons of NBA royalty LeBron James and Dwyane Wade, are going to be teaming up this year for the Sierra Canyon Trailblazers. But what you probably don't know is that they're going to be part of quite possibly the most dominant high school team the world has ever seen. After some recent transfers, the duo will be joining a team where securing a starting spot looks like a daunting task. And if you know anything about Bronny and Zaire, that's a scary thought. Before we start, if you guys are interested in content just like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click that bell for notifications. It's your favorite coach's favorite coach, and let's get right into this one. Last year, the Sierra Canyon Trailblazers won a California State title behind the star power of Cassius Stanley, Scottie Pippen Jr., KJ Martin, and Christian Coloco. This was a loaded team with Stanley attending Duke, Pippen and Martin attending Vanderbilt, and the underrated Coloco attending Arizona this fall. They had notable wins over Westchester, Mater Dei, and Crossroads, losing twice to the powerhouse from Florida, Montverde. This seems like a once-in-a-lifetime collection of talent, but this year's team is every bit as talented and has even more star power and celebrity than last. These guys are a stacked city. The team is going to be led by Zaire Williams, a 5-star swingman rated 8th in the nation. He plays a lot like Rudy Gay, and as a senior, he'll be the focal point of this year's team. But Williams is not the only 5-star recruit on the roster. Brandon Boston, a 6'6" junior guard, rated 10th in the nation, will also join the squad after transferring from Norcross. He's verbally committed to Kentucky and plays a lot like Brandon Ingram. These two will no doubt be the best players on the team. Moving on, Tellen Frank will start at the power forward. He's a 3 to 4-star senior depending on the website, and his game is reminiscent of Julius Randle and LiAngelo Ball. He plays a power game below the rim, but he can pass, attack off the dribble, step out and shoot, and even push the pace. He'll be the enforcer on this year's team. Amari Bailey is a returning 6'4" sophomore. We've been watching his mixtapes quite a bit. He's a left-handed point guard who's projected to be a future 5-star recruit. He has a very polished game and will definitely stand out on a team that is very guard-heavy. They also have Harold Yu, who's 7'3", 300 pounds, and presumably the starting center, but the team could start Cherokee Parks at center and still be the best in the country. So that brings us to Zaire, Wade, and Bronny. I think Wade will end up having to compete with Amari Bailey for the starting spot. He's a 6'2" senior point guard, and right now he's listed as a 3-star recruit. He changes directions quickly and is a solid shooter, especially off the dribble, but he definitely still needs to develop his right hand, and he has to use his opportunity to show that he can play point for a team at the highest level of high school basketball. And now you add Bronny, son of LeBron James, a 6'2" point guard transfer from Crossroads. I hate when people start doing breakdowns on underclassmen prospects, and I simply won't do it. I've even seen a channel label him overrated, and that just makes me sick, so I'm just not gonna do it. It's especially hard to predict guards. Guys like Julian Newman and Damon Harge come to mind, but the kid's only 14 years old, and frankly, there's absolutely no way of projecting his future at this point. The one thing I will say is his passing is preternatural for his age and will serve him well on this roster of killers. I don't think the transition to high school ball will be a shock for him, as he's always played up for his AAU team, the North Coast Blue Chips. But even though he has played high levels of competition, playing for Sierra Canyon will be an adjustment, but I think he is ready. But of course, the question remains, will this be the best high school team in the country? I'd have to say so. I believe the biggest two pitfalls for this team are too many of the same pieces and managing the circus that will inevitably come. The attention this team will garner is going to be massive. You have two of the biggest stars in the modern NBA era sitting in the bleachers, and with a roster full of teenagers, it can be hard to keep them focused and hungry. But if anyone can manage this, it's Coach Andre Chevalier. After being hired in 2017, he's won back-to-back state championships, all the while coaching sons of several former NBA players, most notably KJ Martin, son of former All-Star Kenyon Martin, and Scottie Pippen Jr., obviously the son of Hall of Famer Scottie Pippen. Chevalier will have to deal with some playing time issues, especially early on in the season, as a result of having too much talent, especially at the guard position. Williams, Boston, Bailey, Wade, and Bronny are all guards, and not all of these guys are going to be able to start. We saw this with the Celtics last year. This much talent at the same position can be a blessing and a curse. I think they'll bring the youngest two off the bench, that being Bronny and Bailey, and push the pace all game long to maximize their possessions. Half of these guards are geared to run and gun anyways, and everyone can handle the ball and play make, except for the 7'3" giant Harold Yu. This guy doesn't even have to be mobile to be effective with this team. All he needs to do is move to get out of the lane and wait for lobs from Bronny on the weak side. I'm also not discounting the fact that they have a powerhouse schedule this season. They're going to have to deal with a ton of hate on the road, and every team is going to be giving them their A game. But they are clearly aware of this, as Dwyane Wade advised his son, "Be ready because everyone's coming after our team. The Warriors get everybody's best night, so we're going to get everybody's best night, but that's what you got to do to be great." This is incredibly wise advice from an incredibly wise NBA great, Dwyane Wade. And if anybody's going to be prepared to deal with the problems of being a super team, it's Dwyane Wade and LeBron James. It's for these reasons that I do believe this will be the best high school team in the country next year. The only other two teams standing in their way are IMG and Montverde, but I don't think they're beating the Sierra Canyon Trailblazers this year. Could this be the best high school team ever assembled? Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next one.